So a question from TikTok, the name was Wayland1227. They were asking about starting bonsai on a budget. Any tips for a budget? So before I did this professionally, everything I did was on a budget with bonsai, so I can definitely relate to that. So what I would do is I would go to garden centers and go to the clearance aisle in the garden center, because those are the plants that are considered too ugly for landscaping, or they're a little overgrown, or they just don't really think that people will want them, they're out of season. And sometimes you'll get lucky. You'll find plants that are suitable for bonsai. Not everything that you find there will be suitable or will be attractive to you, but you might get a good price there. I used to do stuff like that. I call it scouring the landscape nurseries for bonsai material, or and it's not going to be the best case scenario because your root systems are going to be in poor condition. Typically, you're going to have some really weird things where if the tree or shrub or whatever it is has been there for long enough, they'll have twisted, knotted, really root-bound roots within that pot that are difficult to work with for a beginner. So that's one way. In my opinion, the best way is to find a tree that you really want to make into a bonsai, something you like. Get yourself a little bit of just like garden soil that has good drainage, add a little bit of sand to it, and take cuttings of your plant that you want to make into a bonsai. Now, when I was getting started, that was one of the things that if I was looking for a particular shrub or tree, I wanted the tree itself, because my goal was to eventually make stuff like this. And I can't make this from a cutting. I could, but not in my lifetime. This tree was much bigger, older when this was found. And from a cutting, this is just a full-grown tree, basically. So, so to take a cutting means to do something like more of like a smaller size tree, and that will help you learn how to work with that material. But also, when you take a cutting, you can make your roots nice and even because you have full control. When you take a cutting, the roots come out kind of in a radial fashion depending on the species. Elm trees are terrible at it, but a lot of other species make pretty decent radial roots. And then when you pull that cutting up, it might have a root hanging down the bottom. You can cut that flat and leave the roots like this and put them out flat on that first repot. And from there, as long as you keep those roots where you want them, they will thicken, and then you'll get a desirable base. And yes, that's one way to budget it, because that's almost like free bonsai there, but you still need the soil and the pot to put it in. And then one day when you move it up to a larger tree, you'll need all the other things that you need.